good evening and a warm welcome to State of Business on Art Television. I am Savindri Jabodhana. Let's look at the headlines first. We'll officially announce the resignation tomorrow, says Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe. Bread price goes up by 5 rupees from midnight today. News in detail. Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe says that he has decided to resign from the position as the Prime Minister, allowing President Gotabaya Rajapaksa to form a new government. A statement issued by the Prime Minister's office said that Premier Wickremesinghe took this decision after meeting with new President Gotabaya Rajapaksa yesterday. Following the swearing of new President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, Speaker Karu Jayasuriya in a statement said that there are only 3 alternative measures to be taken into consideration in terms of the formation of a government. The statement by the Speaker stated that as per the Constitution, the Parliament should be dissolved on the 1st of March next year in order to have parliamentary election in April next year. The statement further noted that members of Parliament can voluntarily give up a 2/3 of majority to dissolve Parliament and hold a general election immediately, or the government headed by Prime Minister can voluntarily resign and allow incumbent President to form a caretaker cabinet until the general election. Meanwhile, a statement issued by the Prime Minister's office said that Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe met new President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and engaged in a discussion on future proceedings of the Parliament. The statement also says that Premier Wickremesinghe decided to step down from post of Prime Minister, respecting the mandate by the general public, although the majority in Parliament lies with the UNF. The statement also quoted Wickremesinghe's words, open quotes, "I admire democracy, I respect democracy and I always follow the democracy. Accordingly, I will step down from the position, allowing new president to form a new government." Close quotes. The statement also further said that Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe will officially inform his decision to the president tomorrow. Sri Lanka's newly elected President Gotabaya Rajapaksa accepts Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's invitation to visit India later this month, marking his first overseas visit since assuming office yesterday. India's External Affairs Minister Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar arrived in Sri Lanka yesterday on an official visit, along with a delegation of several high-ranking officials from the External Affairs Ministry of India. Meanwhile, following his meeting with President Gotabaya Rajapaksa, Indian minister confirmed that President Gotabaya Rajapaksa has accepted Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi's invitation to visit India later this month. Thus, President Rajapaksa will visit India as his first official foreign tour on Sunday. India's foreign minister became the first foreign dignitary to call on Gotabaya Rajapaksa after his assuming duties as the president. All Ceylon Bakery Owners Association plans to increase the price of a 450-gram loaf of bread by 5 rupees from midnight today, following the increase in the price of wheat flour. Thus, the chairman of the All Ceylon Bakery Owners Association, N.K. Jayawardena, states the price of 450-gram loaf of bread will be increased from 5 rupees from midnight today. Jayawardena also noted that the decision was taken since the bakery owners are in a difficult position due to the increase in wheat flour prices, which was increased by 8 rupees and 41 cents on Friday. Nevertheless, it was mentioned the price hike will only be applied for bread and that other wheat flour prices will not be affected by the price hike. Sri Lanka Tea Board announces that the national tea production in the country during the month of October this year decreased by 29% in comparison to the tea production in October last year. Sri Lanka Tea Board in a statement also said that the production of all 3 sectors such as low-grown, high-grown and medium-grown tea sectors have declined in comparison to 2018. Sri Lanka Tea Board said that the tea production in the month of October of this year is 20,813,4 459 kilograms in comparison to over 29 million kilograms in 2018. Thus, it shows a decrease of 8.9 million kilograms, which accounts to 29% drop against the corresponding month of 2018. However, cumulative tea production for the period of January to October 2019 shows an increase of 0.4% against the last year, along with a production of about 253,728,392 kilograms. Stay tuned for more news after this break. Ocean Lanka Private Limited, Sri Lanka's largest weft-knitted fabric manufacturer, receives the honor of achieving the status of system partnership with Blue Sign Standard. Blue Sign Standard is a Swiss holistic system that provides solutions in sustainable processing and manufacturing to industries and brands, and Ocean Lanka stands out as the first ever manufacturer within the textile and apparel industry of Sri Lanka to come into system partnership with Blue Sign. The recently concluded comprehensive Blue Sign Standard assessment at Ocean Lanka's manufacturing facility confirmed that the company meets high standards for environmental performance, well-being and responsible use of chemicals and other hazardous substances. Thus, the Blue Sign system, based on input stream management, ensures that approved chemical products and raw materials are used in all steps of the manufacturing process and that substances posing risk to people and the environment are eliminated. Meanwhile, Managing Director of Ocean Lanka, Dr. Austin Au, highlighted that Ocean Lanka is committed to reducing the adverse impacts induced on the people and environment, and that his company would ensure safer and more sustainable environment for all stakeholders in the long run.
Ocean Lanka is one of the biggest fabrics manufacturer in Sri Lanka. We produce the fabrics for garment factories in Sri Lanka, and after that export to the European and also the US brand. We put a lot of effort in our production process, in our chemical control, in our discharge control and off-gas control in order to make sure to minimize this pollution to the environment. Actually, it is very successful. And by becoming the system partner of Blue Sign as one of our very important achievements, it is a milestone to us because we all know and Blue Sign is a very well reputed third party for controlling those production site, the sustainability the achievement.
Meanwhile, explaining extensively on the Blue Sign system, the customer relationship manager of Blue Sign system based in Switzerland, Walter Streitler, commended the assurance given by the newly elected President Gotabaya Rajapaksa on preserving the environment of the country in his swearing-in ceremony.
There's another point that makes me very happy. When I was reading the paper, your newly elected president, in the inauguration speech, looking at his second topic and his second key point, he is mentioning protection of environment. That's what we are here for. That's what we can support the industry and the country for a better future. Now let me explain a little bit about the Blue Sign system and what we stand for. We call ourselves a holistic approach. Why holistic? Because Blue Sign has three key main focus areas. Number one, people. We want to make sure that people, and when we talk about people, we talk about consumers, and we talk about people working in the textile value chain and in the chemical companies, that they are safe and protected from hazardous substances. When we talk about the environment, we talk about wastewater. We want to make sure that the wastewater is not polluting the rivers, the lakes, and the sea for a safer future. We talk about the air emissions. We want to reduce the environmental footprint. We want to reduce CO2. We want to make sure that the air emissions are safe. We talk about the soil. We want to make sure that the soil is not poisoned, that you can continue growing produce in the country, not like China, where unfortunately half the size of Sri Lanka is banned indefinitely for growing agricultural product. We want to make sure that that doesn't happen here.
The Embassy of Sri Lanka in Brussels, together with the Sri Lanka Tourism Promotion Bureau, recently organized a workshop to promote Sri Lanka as a tourism destination to Belgium travelers. This was the first out of 3 workshops which Sri Lanka has planned to host in Belgium. The Embassy of Sri Lanka in Brussels conducted a workshop to promote Sri Lanka as a tourism destination in Belgium as the first of 3 tourism workshops which Sri Lankan Embassy has planned to host in Belgium. The Embassy in a release said that highly reputed members of the travel industry, including tour operators, travel journalists, travel media and TV professionals, travel bloggers, social media influencers and decision makers in the Belgium tourism industry attended the event. Ambassador of Sri Lanka to Belgium, the European Union and Luxembourg, Grace Azirvadam, inaugurated the workshop and made a presentation with the title Why Sri Lanka? Ambassador Azirvadam said that Sri Lanka is a natural tourism destination which is endowed with a diversified collection of landscapes, climates and natural features, and added that Sri Lanka is becoming the leading island nation for tourism in Asia with a focus on high-value segments. While focusing on the mainstream activities such as sun and beach, historical and cultural sites and wildlife, the ambassador explained the various aspects in niche market segments. She also urged the tour operators to study the tour attractions, both the most popular mainstream activities and niche market segments such as whale and dolphin watching, surfing, scuba diving, health and well-being, birds watching, pilgrimages, meetings, incentives, conventions and exhibitions, weddings, honeymoon, cruises, etc. to present information to their travel customers. Honorary Consul of Sri Lanka in Antwerp, Monique de Decker, in her remarks said that Sri Lanka can offer everything that a tourist will look for, and remarked that World Heritage Sites, especially the 8 sites that have been recognized by UNESCO, are a representation of the unique and rich cultural heritage of Sri Lanka. The second workshop will be held in Antwerp on the 28th November 2019 and in Ghent on the 4th December 2019. The High Commission of Sri Lanka in London participated in the annual Commonwealth Fair organized by the Commonwealth Countries League in association with the High Commission of Bangladesh recently. The annual Commonwealth Fair was held under the theme Empower Girls for Global Peace at the Kensington Town Hall last week. The Commonwealth Countries League annually organizes the Commonwealth Fair in association with the High Commission of Bangladesh, inviting all Commonwealth countries to take part with their special products to attract the world. The colorful Sri Lanka stall featured with countries' non-traditional exports to the EU and UK markets, including wooden toys, soft toys, handlooms, handicrafts, natural beauty products, as well as Ceylon tea and Sri Lankan beverages. The Sri Lankan stall also offered delicious Sri Lankan cuisine comprising rice and curry, traditional sweetmeats and short eats. This year's Commonwealth Fair also included a small ceremony to commemorate the 70th anniversary of the Commonwealth with the participation of its 8 founder members, including Sri Lanka. The ceremony was held with the participation of the Minister of State for the Commonwealth, United Nations and South Asia of the Foreign and Commonwealth Office, Lord Tariq Ahmed of Wimbledon, as the chief guest. Deputy Secretary General of the Commonwealth, Dr. Arjun Sudho, Marshal of the Diplomatic Corps at the Royal Household, Alistair Harrison, President of the Royal Commonwealth Society, Lord Howell of Guildford, High Commissioners of the Commonwealth founder member countries, including Sri Lanka's High Commissioner Manisha Gunasekara, President of the Commonwealth Countries League, Nalini Parnavithana, and many others. Stay tuned for stock updates after this break. Welcome back after the break. Trading at Colombo Stock Exchange ended on a negative note today. The all-share price index dropped 4.17 points to close at 6,138.59, and the S&P SL20 dropped 26.75 points to close at 3,036.16. The turnover was 2 billion rupees and over 89 million shares were traded. Up next are forex trades. That's all news for today. Do join us tomorrow with State of Business. Until then, take care. Good night.